As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Two evenings in a row. I was just getting started to run my live, and there was a door knock at my door. It was my neighbor, brought me over dinner, sweet guy. So I'll make pork loins tomorrow. Anyways, we just got done with the whole hearing for the multiple motion to compels, Also some other information has been coming out. Not necessarily what our thumbnail really says today, because I probably will change it after this live is over to kind of represent this live, which is going to be more about the hearing today as opposed to, the DNA and information on that. But we're finally getting some of the first views, excuse me, guys, of the court hearing. And here's one of them. I'm gonna pull it up here. I'm monitoring this. It's hard. I'm looking everywhere to find some information. But this is what we got. Nothing much. While we're on this live, we'll keep looking for more stuff. That's pretty much it. And like I said, I am monitoring as much as possible. So let me go ahead and just start sharing some of the tabs we've got from earlier today. These are coming in. We've got people are starting to post a little bit more. We've got an article from Mike Ruiz. Let's see what this says. Judge reins in court cameras. That's right. I remember that. Here's a couple things. Oh, you're just going to have to wait. Here's a couple things that I learned because I was monitoring the Twitter feed.
Cyber attacks on public infrastructure threaten the institutions we all rely on. When these organizations,
I was monitoring all the Twitter feeds while this was going on, and it says the judge was warning about cameras. Apparently, they were focusing on the defendant too much or the table. I mean, it's really starting to get almost borderline petty in the courtroom. And I think he's doing it for a purpose. I don't think the judge really wants the cameras in the courtroom. I think that he must have some procedures that he has to, make sure that they're, you know what I'm saying? And then he can say, no, we can't have I don't know. But there's just something wonky with it. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sit right. It says quadruple stabbings. Suspect Bryan Kohberger's defense asked a court to compel more disclosure in a hearing on a series of key discovery requests in the University of Idaho murder case on Tuesday. Kohberger entered the courtroom just after 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, wearing a black suit and tie as he did in his last appearance. In stark contrast with the orange jail jumpsuit he wore to the first several hearings, the 28-year-old criminologist accused of butchering 4 undergrads in a 4 a.m. slashing on November 13, 2022, is seeking several pieces of evidence that prosecutors have not yet turned over to the defense. However, before addressing the motions, District Judge John Judge clarified some questions regarding his revised gag order in the case and warned the media that he could revoke permission to allow cameras into the courtroom. Lawyers expect Bryan Kohberger, prosecutor, to be very aggressive seeking the death penalty. That's another article, I believe. Judge referenced a recent Chad Daybell trial when cameras were asked to leave because they focused too much on the defendant. He said cameras in Moscow needed to show a wide shot of the courtroom and not focus strictly on Kohberger if there are to remain throughout the rest of the proceedings. Materials Kohberger's defense is seeking, including training records for 3 investigators, phone records, and information on why the FBI expanded the range of model year from of the white Elantra, Hyundai Elantra, they were looking for in connection with the case. Kohberger's car initially fell outside of the range police publicly were trying to track down, but his shares are similar in appearance. But I guess they share semblance in appearance. Latah County prosecuting attorney Bill Thompson countered the records for the officer are only required to be turned over if his office plans to rely on them to testify at trial, which he said he wouldn't. Kohberger's defense is also asking for the courts to compel prosecutors to turn over additional discovery materials and information on the genetic genealogy techniques investigators used before labeling Kohberger their suspect. The hearing lasted just over a half an hour, with Judge John Judge saying he would take the arguments under advisement and issue a written decision later. So he never ruled on the matters in court today. Kohberger allegedly stabbed 21-year-olds Kaylee Gonzalez and Maddie Mogan and 20-year-olds Xander Kernodle and Ethan Chapin in a now shuttered house on King Road, just steps away from the University of Idaho campus. 2 housemates were spared in the attack, including one who told police she saw a masked man escape out the back door. In court filings, prosecutors have alleged they recovered Kohberger's DNA from a K-bar knife sheath found next to Mogan's body, but the defense countered that there is no connection between Mr. Kohberger and the victims. Prosecutors on Monday told the court and the defense they intend to seek the death penalty in the case. Kohberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and felony burglary charge. The trial is scheduled for October 2nd, which we know most likely will not go forward in October. Kohberger was studying for a PhD in criminology at the neighboring Wazoo, less than 10 miles from the crime scene. The school cut ties with him after his arrest. He has a master's degree in criminal justice from DeSales University in Pennsylvania. And also, I thought it was quite interesting what is actually going on over at the Moscow home. And Chanley with Court TV was able to provide us some of that information today. It's quite interesting. And many of you know that I was out front of this very home with those very vehicles on December 30th, 2022, when Bryan Kohberger was named as the suspect for the first time. And then we traveled over to the Steptoe Apartments. So let's see what's going on here today. This is from today.
Hey everyone, this is Chanley with Court TV, and I wanted to show you here at the crime scene where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered last November. This is the home where they lived. It's now owned by the University of Idaho. The owner gifted to the university. The university plans to demolish the home this summer, and before they do that, they announced that they would have the home cleaned. Well, we see now disaster response trucks here at the home. We presume the crew is in there cleaning it. I've reached out to the spokesperson of the University of Idaho to garner any sort of response, what exactly is happening here, but I wanted to let you know as soon as possible. We just got here, we've observed this, and as we learn more information, I will update you, so stay tuned to Court TV. Hey everyone.
Thought I paused it. I guess I didn't. That's the one thing on when the Twitter just rolls right through. So I just thought thought that was interesting. The cleaning crew is back out there today. It looks like they're going to be retrieving some of the items. A professional cleaning. Oh, you can't see this. Hold on. Let me share this tab. There we go. Let me see if I can get this up so you guys can see it. So here's an article kind of on this. There we go. A professional cleaning crew, a cleaning team hired to sanitize the scene of the brutal murders of the the 4 University of Idaho students was turned away from entering Friday as news broke. Oh, this is the original one. This is when they were turned away. I thought this was new, but no, this is from, look at that. This is from December 30th. I tell you, I know, I remember this. I just went and checked, and I guess this was an old article I pulled, but I'm still looking for some better footage of Bryan Kohberger's hearing. Court TV hasn't released any footage, and I'm still looking for footage, but here's what we have from Court TV. And it says, judge clarifies gag order in Bryan Kohberger. That's another thing. The gag order was expanded to now include police officers. And it says, Moscow, Idaho. The judge overseeing the case against a man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students issued orders clarifying previous ruling. Bryan Kohberger is charged with murder and burglary in the death of 4 students who were killed in their home on November 13th. Kohberger pled not guilty in the case. Judge John Judge issued ruling on June 23rd that journalists are allowed to interview family members involved in the case, but not lawyers. The ruling comes after a motion to vacate the amended non-dissemination order was filed by the coalition of 20 media outlets, including Scripps News. The court insists that the non-dissemination order is not a gag order. It will, however, restrict attorneys directly involved in the case who are representing the party, witnesses, or victims' families, and the agents for those attorneys, including law enforcement, from making certain statements about the case to the media or the public. John C. Judge also ruled that he would continue to allow cameras in the courtroom for hearings, but reversed his right to change the ruling, but reserves his right to change the ruling in future hearings and the trial. The court says the ruling is intended to protect Kohberger's right to a fair trial under the 6th Amendment. And you know what? I think that one of the things that is really important to me on this is also one thing that's not being talked about here. And it was brought up by I think it was a video. I think I touched on it yesterday that JLR had done. And it was talking about the expense that that Moscow and Idaho are having to pay for this huge trial that seems to have an unlimited spigot for financing the defense for an indigent person. And he brought up a valid point when he said, what other defendants in Idaho are getting this treatment where they get to call unlimited, hire 3 and 4 council members and have an unlimited amount of expert witnesses? Who else in Idaho, what other defendant in Idaho is getting that type of treatment in a capital case? And, I think that, this case is kind of missing the 14th Amendment, if you ask me, where everybody is treated equally. And I'm not sure that that is the case, because unless other defendants are getting this, untethered access to these, lofty, expert witnesses and $200 an hour, lead counsel and $180 an hour, second and third chair counsel. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is getting those benefits and those perks that are indigent in the system in Idaho besides just Bryan Kohberger? And that is a concern for me. That is a major a major concern for me, and I don't think anybody has asked that. So if you want to know what the the 14th Amendment is, and just a quick Google search will garner a quick and easy result. So I mean, and this has been in the law of the land for almost 200 years. And so passed by the Senate on June 8th, 1866, and ratified 2 years later, July 9th, 1868. The 14th Amendment granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and provided all citizens with equal protections under the law, extending to the provision of, and I'm not going to go into it any further than that, but you see that equal protection under the law. Who else in Idaho is receiving the same benefit equal, a capital case crime? Who else is receiving the same financial benefit that Bryan Kohberger as an indigent defendant is receiving? And so, I have some questions about that, personally speaking. I know there's a few other people, because it is a question that we are now, it's not just me that's bringing this topic up either. So it's, I'm curious how they're planning on handling that. So let me see if there's anything else here. I know that they've got to be releasing the footage here soon. We're just kind of standing by waiting, which is, I'd like to see what actually happened. But right now we're only getting little clips of him walking in. I don't know if they just didn't allow him to them to have cameras, but they said that cameras could be in the courtroom. We're seeing still photography, but it seems of just one basic clip of him just coming into the courtroom. So I wonder, did the judge make them stop recording for the hearing, or because I would think that it'd be out by now, like it ended over an hour ago. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and nothing's coming out. So let me just check one other place. And if still nothing's out, I really, I'm not going, because the stuff that I was going to talk about for our 6 o'clock is going to take, we're already in this about 20 minutes. So it's going to take a little while. So I'm going to reserve that until tomorrow. And I will get the video out to you guys. I will get the video out to you guys as soon as it pops up. But actually, when I set this live up, the 6 o'clock live up early this morning, and I forgot all about his hearing until after it was already set up, and I figured I'd use it to talk about the hearing. But it's so wonky now. I don't know who the pool, like every, in this case, I would think that the order is identifying Court TV, but Court TV is not publishing it on their website, or at least that I can see. Hold on. Mama Bullhorn's calling. Yes, ma'am. Oh, is it, you talking about law and crime? Hold on just a second. On YouTube? Are you meaning law and crime or something else? You mean law and crime. Yeah. Okay. Oh, where's the clock? I don't see it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know what I did. I don't see it. That's the problem. I just don't see it. I don't know what you're looking at. Can you send me? Can you? Are you in? Yeah. Why don't you put it in the chat box? Put the in the comments. All right, Mom. Love you. All right, Mom's gonna try to get me a feed. Apparently, there's some kind of countdown. If I have something, we'll keep going until it's live. She says something about it. There's a countdown. I wonder if she meant court. I don't know what she was talking about. I can't find what she's talking about though. I have no idea what she's talking about. Maybe somebody else, if you guys know what my mom was talking about, can drop the link. I don't want you guys seeing me eating corn on the cob. Actually, Mom, if you're listening, why don't you send that to me in Messenger? Oh, wait. What's my mod sending me? 606. Yeah, that's the same little clip that I've got. Is they got that little 14-second clip that's running. Well, if nothing else, it says that Bryan is going to be on Banfield tonight, so we can always watch that. Okay, hold on. This is on. Oh, Mom, I think you got that mistaken because it says it's from 1 month ago. I appreciate you sending it to me, but let me see when this is. Yeah, this is from 1 month ago, whenever they were on here. Sorry, you got the wrong one, Ma. That's okay, though. We'll get it when it comes out. We'll get it when it comes out. There was something else that I was just looking at. Hold on just a second. Give me just a second. All right, sorry about that. I had a phone call. So my mom sent me the wrong thing on here. So I'm going to do one more quick little bruise, and then I'm going to go ahead and kill this because I can't find anything on Bryan, anything recent for him. Honestly, I just don't. I'm just not seeing anything. I'd like to believe that. Nothing. If it does come on, I will come back live and show you guys. But otherwise, we'll talk about what's on the thumbnail in the morning. Oh, thank you, The Real Me Too. Looks like the countdown from last month. Yeah, it is. It is. I checked it. I checked it myself. It was the wrong one. It was the wrong one. It's no worries. It's no worries. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the morning, and we'll have a discussion more about the Giglio and the Brady and Giglio information and the DNA. We're going to continue going down this, and the judge has already taken this under advisement. So hopefully we'll be able between now and the morning, if not tomorrow morning, we are going to, if the video has been released, we will be seeing it on our coffee club in the morning and going over it. And hopefully we can get a little more information. We'll see. We'll see what it has. So guys, have a great night. Tuesday, I will be live. I'm not sure if I'm going to go as late as I was this morning. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I need to get to the doctor like by 10. So we might get it's not going to be 6:30 that we're going to go live, but it'll be we have to wrap up before 10. So that's where we'll be. So guys, God bless you. Have a great evening. Go enjoy your family, And as soon as I see this video, be on the lookout because I will be making a community post so you guys can watch it. God bless.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.